Sunday is the beginning of Holy Week. What is Holy Week? It's when Christians remember the last week of Jesus' earthly life. How much of what happened that week do you remember? Here's a quick overview to get you thinking. The most important holiday in Jesus' time was a week-long celebration of when Moses led the people of God out of Egypt. It's called Passover. Jesus and the disciples made the 60-mile trip from Galilee to Jerusalem because that's where the temple was. He got there on a Sunday. Christians call it Palm Sunday because Jesus was greeted by a crowd of people who were waving palm branches and singing Hosanna, which in Hebrew means God saves. They'd heard about his teaching and the miracles that he was doing, and they wanted to make him king. But Jesus had other ideas. He went to the temple and started turning over tables because he didn't like what he was seeing. He spent Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday teaching. On Thursday, he got together with his disciples and celebrated the Passover meal. It was his Last Supper. At that meal, he took bread, and he said, "This is my body." He took a cup and said, "This is my blood." After dinner, he went to the Garden of Gethsemane, and he prayed so intensely that he sweated blood. His prayer went something like this: "I'd really rather not go through this, but what's even more important is not what I want, but what you want." That's when one of his disciples, Judas, showed up with troops and had him arrested. It would have been about midnight, but the religious leaders still found time to give him a mockery of a trial, and surprise, found him guilty. All of his friends fled. One of them, Peter, denied even knowing him 3 times. That's when a rooster crowed. At the break of dawn on Friday, Jesus was handed over to the civil leader, Pilate, who didn't see that Jesus had done anything wrong. Pilate came up with a way out. He asked the crowd to choose to release either a convicted criminal named Barabbas or Jesus. They chose to blindly follow their leaders and let Barabbas go free. They condemned Jesus. Jesus was beaten and mocked and made to carry his cross to a hill outside of town. It got to be too much for him, and a bystander named Simon was made to carry it part of the way for him. He was nailed to the cross at 9 o'clock. At noon, even the sky couldn't watch, and it went dark. At 3, Jesus died. The earth shook. The curtain of the temple tore. No one was allowed to work on the Sabbath, which started at dusk on Friday, but a guy named Joseph worked fast to get permission to get the body. He had it put in a tomb that he had just had cut in the rock, and a stone was rolled in front of it so that nobody could steal the body. Saturday, everything was quiet. What does it mean? That's a question that you can take a lifetime answering, and is well beyond the scope of this short video. It's best asked in a group of faithful believers. If you've never gone to church, this Sunday and next are great times to give it a try. Many churches also have special services on Thursday and Friday. We'd love to see you at Loveland United Methodist Church. April 9th is Easter Sunday, and you'll find out the rest of the story. This is our Thursday, March 30th edition of a video series we call Stronger Faith. Stay safe and be well. God bless you.